Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today our group will present our project, which is Bunny Code Interactive Educational Games, coding games for kids. So me, Muhammad Zahid Muhammad Rosdi, and my partner Muhammad Yazid bin Nur Rahimi, and our supervisor is Professor Dr. Akram. So for the introduction, Bunny Code is a web-based application where it enable kids to learn coding in an interactive way. Our main purpose of this application will be education in support of culture throughout the technology. So the idea came out to combine education and game to obtain interest for them. And for our problem statement, first we found that kids will get bored if they play unattractive code games. Second, they will have a difficulty to learn code if they do not have a basic code. And third problem is kids actually tends to waste their time by playing unreliable games. So our objective for this project is to build interest for kids about the code. Second, to fulfill their time with learning material. Third, we want to develop their problem solving skills. Fourth, to make the coding well known among kids. And fifth, lastly, our objective is to grab attention from kids toward the coding. So for our project scope, Bunny Code will develop and implement course map for primary school with the objective of educating them to learn while playing games, that to prepare them for a future career. We will analyze and design support process and areas that increase kids' ability to successfully navigate their way throughout educational experience. So for the next part, I will pass to my partner to present.
Okay, so for the main functions and features, first, students able to learn coding in interactive and easy. Second, students can choose what language what they want to learn, but for now, there are only two languages, which are HTML and CSS. And third, activities after learning to boost their understanding. For system output, we only put three images. The main factor of our website, which is the landing page, homepage, the first level of HTML language, and a few and part of CSS language. So for the system integrations, we use common three language, which are HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So the three language generally built under a JavaScript framework named Vue.js. So Bootstrap, we use it as to make the interface more appealing to the user. So for the GitHub and Netlify, we use it as the host for our website. So Netlify is a host that can make it our system online, and GitHub as a platform to store our all the files. So I think we can proceed to the system demonstration. Okay, so we are here at the system demonstration. So for the URL, as I mentioned earlier, we use Netlify to make it our website online. So you can see here the suffix of the domain name. We have the netlify.app. This is the free version of the URL. So here, when we enter the website, we can see a title and a call to action button here, and some image. So I think we can start now. So then we have for now we have two language that the user can select, which is HTML and CSS. So I can go to HTML first. So here is the introduction, the first level of HTML. So we have a seven level for this language. So here is the definition of the HTML, and we can see here example and exercise. So this is the instruction for user to do the exercise. So here at the big box that fixed to the page here is the output section. So you can see the next method is disabled because the user not answered the exercise correctly, and we have the check answer. So the answer is wrong because I intentionally put it wrong. And we can go previous to go back the previous page. So you can see here the answer is automatically pop up here, and as some animation, if you didn't notice, the text is animated. So here we can check the answer. So the answer is correct. We can also dismiss the tooltip. Next, you can see the text is appear here. It's not disabled anymore. So you can go to next. So this is the second level of the HTML. It is similar to the previous one. So I think you can straight to the answer. So again, the answer is pop up, and we can check the answer, and we can go to the next. So again, this is the third level of the HTML. Again, this is similar to the previous one. The answer is appear here. You can check the answer again. So here, the fourth level of the HTML. So for this time, we plan to make it different from the previous one. So this is the only a link for user to click. It directs us to the Google. You can close here, and you can see the answer is the correct. You can dismiss it again, and we can next. So for the fifth level of HTML, we can see some instruction and an exercise here. So here we can see the answer appear here. You can check the answer, and we can go to next. So for the sixth level of the HTML, you can see some different type of answer user here. User need to enter here. So user need to comment the text here. So as we can see, the text here is disappear once we put the correct answer. Okay, next. Okay, so here for the last level of the HTML, we have a similar instruction, some example, and a different exercise. Here we can select which is the correct answer here. So the first one is the correct, and we can see the text here pop up saying it's correct. So this is the last page, what we call the end page for each level. So each time a user complete a language, they will see this page. So user can click to home and start again, or user can choose another language to learn. So I'm going to select CSS. So this is the first level of the CSS. There are only five level for this language. So there's nothing much exercise here because we just put some introduction to it. Also here we didn't put any exercise, so just a definition for this text, and we can see here. Okay, here the third level of the CSS, it is similar to the HTML. Some instruction here, example and exercise, but this time the output is already there, but we need to align it to the center. So as you can see, the bunny pictures here go to the center. once we put the correct answer. So you can see the correct answer pop up appear here. So you can go to next. Okay, for the fourth level of the CSS, user need to comment the code here. So you can see the answer is disappear here. For the last level of CSS, for the exercise part, the answer is different from others because user required to choose the 3 color to change this wall text here. So I'm going to choose black. As you can see, the color immediately changed to black. We also can choose blue or green. Then we can go to next. So as I mentioned just now, the congratulation page is the page that once the user finish a language, so they will see this page. So then we can go to home, and I think this is it, the end of our project demonstration.